And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and.
Oh wow, you really have to come in here.
Like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Arnold. Okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic.
That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can
first.
you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile. Smile going on some shoes, but you know.
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
it, when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
What is good, everybody? Hope you guys are well out there in Facebook and YouTube land. It's your boy Pascal. We're back at it again. Back into some chaos and everything. I am sorry that I'm running a little bit behind. What is good, everybody? Hope you guys are well out there in Facebook and YouTube land. It's your boy Pascal. I had the nap of a lifetime, and we're back. Yeah. So at it again. I had the nap of a lifetime. Woke up, realized that it was a little bit back into some chaos and everything. I made the decision that I was going to go live today at 4 o'clock. What is good, so I apologize to anybody who's been waiting for me to come on and everything. I had the naps of a lifetime going on right now. I'm kind of in the middle of like setting things up right now as we speak. I had a nap. I know that there's a lot of things going on. Woke up, realized that a lot of passions going down. I made their decisions that I was going to go live today at 4 o'clock. So I apologize to anybody in events or announcements that's being made right now. I had the naps and stuff going on right now. I'm kind of in the middle of like setting things up right now as we speak. I had a nap. I know that there's a lot of things going on. Woke up, realized that a lot of passions going down. I made this decision that I was going to go live today at 4 o'clock. So I apologize to anybody in events. Let me do this. Let me fix this. Ah, there we go. Sort of. All right. I think that's a little bit better. I keep on trying to fix this sound issue. You know, this is the first time me being here and all that. So I know, and this is the first time being in my messy office, but I think we're better now. Okay, so still in the middle of setting up and everything. Rose Brown on Facebook, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I know that there's a lot of people out there that have some questions, that are wondering what's going on. Everybody on YouTube that's watching right now, hello. What is good? I am going to be doing something here, I am going to have somebody very special on the show today, or on my feed today. And like I said, you know, we're literally on like a coronavirus watch, right? We're on a virus watch. Me personally, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm in the middle of doing right now. I'm trying to get everything right. I'm trying to make sure that all this stuff, all the things that I know, that I'm able to give to you all as well. Because there's so much going on. There's so much confusion, and it's frustrating. You know, it's scary and it's frustrating for a lot of us. So, if this is your first time checking out the show or checking out these kind of streams, please go click that like button. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/The Pascal Show. And we are on YouTube, youtube.com/The Pascal Show. On that channel, I am working to get to 10,000 subscribers. So if you can please go to our YouTube page and hit that subscribe button, or as all those YouTubers would say, go crush that subscribe button. That would really mean a lot to me. We are, hold on one second. Whew. Anyway, hopefully, you know, everybody's safe out there. Everyone's starting to self-quarantine and all that. On YouTube, AB, love your videos. Hope you keep growing. Thank you so much, AB. I really appreciate that. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. You know, it's hard out here for a pimp, as they would say. Horde. Out here for a pimp. Horde. It's horde out here. Anyway, so, like I said, hopefully you guys are being safe, being clean, keeping it very smart out there, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on that I don't think like a lot of people have gotten the answers to. And everyone's, of course, hoping and praying to get some questions answered and all that. And I got to be honest, like, I'm trying to find as much information as I can get to spit at you and let you guys know what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Shelly just said, hi, Shelly. On Facebook, Shelly just said, at the old folks' home, the people are panicking. They're all stealing each other's toilet paper. Oh, my God. My daughter said, an older lady went into the nurse's bathroom. She came out with like a beach bag. Wow. She said, I took the paper and then sent her to her room. Man, I gotta be, it's crazy. What's going on in the world right now is absolutely nuts, guys. And you know, if I have been doing a lot of live feeds on my YouTube channel, lately. I haven't been putting them up on Facebook recently because I've just been experimenting and just trying to see what's going on and see what works. But here it is, yes, toilet paper is scarce of all things. I still don't understand why. Don't make no sense to me, man. It don't. It don't make much sense to me at all why everybody is going nuts over TP. Doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, this is the situation that we're in right now. People are losing their minds. People really need to start calming down and realize that toilet paper is not the only thing that you need. But also they got to realize that we have to be a little bit safer and be a little bit smarter about what we're buying and what we're spending money on, but that's what we're in. That's the situation that we're in right now. Real talk, DJ TC, what's good, man? How you doing? Tamika, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, but why they should be getting medicine? Absolutely. You know what I mean? I don't know how to pronounce your name, sweetheart. Ajiki, I think? Yes. Hello, how you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. And like I said, if you're watching this on the Facebook feed, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be doing a lot more of these type of videos on my YouTube channel. So please go click that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/The Pascal Show. But I do appreciate everybody who's tuning in right now because we need to talk about this. We really do need to talk about what's going on, what's the proper way to get things to what's the proper way to self-quarantine? I know a lot of people are wondering what is the right thing to do, why we need to do it, should we be doing it? And so one of the main things that I can sit here and say right now is that absolutely 110%, we really need to start self-quarantining. I don't care if you think that you are the cleanest person in the room. I don't care if you think that you are constantly like the biggest hypochondriac on the planet. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all need to start doing as such. Going to large gatherings is a very, very bad idea right now. There are more and more people that are getting diagnosed with this than you actually know. I'll just say that again. There's a lot of people that are getting diagnosed with this stuff right now as we speak that you don't even know about. There are people who are getting sick. St. Clair County just said that they have 2 people that have been diagnosed with the coronavirus that they know of. There are still people that are talking about how they are getting sick, how they are having symptoms, but because they were not in contact with anybody with the coronavirus, they are now, they can't even go and get tested. That's actually going on right now in St. Clair County as we speak. There is so much going on with this whole situation. It's mind-boggling that we are that behind. This country is that behind with all the stuff that needs to happen. All the stuff that we need to have in regards to the tests, in regards to all those things that are going on with people getting sick and people getting diagnosed. And yet we don't even have enough tests. Something that I read just recently in Colorado, they were doing the drive-up tests where you just drive through and they test you and then you just go on your way. And guess what? They just stopped doing that. They just stopped doing that. For what reason? We don't even know. We honestly don't even know. Actually, I have the answer. It's because they ran out of tests. And DJ TC, thank you so much. Yes, Mercy Hospital has a testing site there. Yes, there is. For now, we are hoping that they're going to get on point have more tests. But like I said, because of everything and because of this pandemic, the country is just not ready for it. The country is definitely not ready for it. So please keep the comments going on down below. If you guys have any questions, concerns, stories, the whole nine, we're here together to have this conversation. Like I said, you know, I'm planning on doing this kind of thing because I am not going back into the station to do my radio show. I will be doing my show from my home from now on. Until things get figured out, to be really honest. So of course, the show will be going on as usual. There'll still be news, there'll still be games, there'll still be all kinds of stuff going on. We got a lot of fun things. I'm going to be doing a lot of different things this time around where I'm going to make it more interactive for you guys to be a part of it. Because I know a lot of us are already in isolation. Let's keep it straight funky. You know what I mean? I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? That's stuck in the crib, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out and just eating ramen noodles. You feel me? So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be doing some things on this show that are gonna be requiring you guys, you know, to come in, to call in, to Skype in, the whole nine. And speaking of Skype, I don't know if you guys saw the interview that I had with a friend of mine who was quarantined in Italy. His name's Jezda. He actually is finally in America now. He got back. He flew back over. He is officially back home, and he is isolated. He is at home, chilling in the cut, in his crib, you know. So he will be Skyping in today on the show, which I'm very excited about because there's a lot of questions I got to ask him in regards to his trip back and what he saw and what he went through just to get back into America. And he was in Italy and he flew all the way back into America. So he'll be on the show here in a little bit as well. He'll be Skyping in, which of course I'm very excited about. He's got quite a bit to talk about. And then, well, GJTC just said, I'm in Walmart, St. Charles right now, and the shelves are mostly bare. Ain't that the damn truth? I was just at Walmart, Schnucks, Costco. Everything's, man, I even went to the other spots. Like they keep saying, try other spots like Big Lots, Menards, Home Depot, because they sell they sell paper towels, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, even masks. And guess what? All them mugs are gone. All of them. You know what I'm saying? So people are really getting on their P's and Q's about this whole toilet paper thing, this paper towel and toilet paper thing. Like, I get paper towels, but toilet paper, I still don't get it. You know what I mean? And James on YouTube just said, I agree with isolation for a while. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Abso-freaking-lutely. This is the situation we're in, everybody. This is the world that we're in, you know? Yeah. Wow. See, Ajiki just said, I got wipes on Facebook. She just said, I got wipes from Office Max the other day. Yeah. What's crazy is there are other places that sell these things, but we always overlook it. Try gas stations. That's another thought. 7-Elevens. I guess even Office Max. Like, I think, Ajiki, that's the first you're probably the first customer that bought something. You're probably the first customer that bought something from Office Max in probably a year. So congratulations on that. But you probably just made them profit for the first time in 17 years. But anyway, there are so many things that are going on right now. And there's so many other places that sell these products, these items that you can go to and just buy. But I'll tell you this, it ain't gonna be on the cheap, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So just be wary and just be fully prepared that things are gonna go down the way they're gonna go down, unfortunately. It just is what it is for now. You know, we're just gonna have to stay together, work really hard to stay sane. And that's the other thing I wanted to know, and this is the question I throw out to you guys. What are you guys going to be doing in regards to keeping yourselves mentally stable during this social distance type of thing? Since we're all going to be isolating ourselves, since we're all going to be kind of stuck in our cribs, not being able to do a damn thing, what are you doing in that time? What are you doing during that time? I would love to hear what you guys think. Comment down below, because I mean, obviously, there's plenty of things you could be doing, but what are you gonna do with your time, with the time off? Comment down below. I was just at, for example, Guitar Center just the other day. Or just today, sorry. And there was barely anybody there. I know Guitar Center is random, but I had to pick up a wire for this thing. But there was only two people working there. And what's wild to me, there were still people like carrying on, buying guitars, trying to get their stuff, speakers, the whole nine. And I'm sitting there going, wow, eventually we're all going to be shut off. Whether we want this thing to happen or not. You know what I mean? James just said on YouTube, I watch YouTube, movies a lot, play internet chess. That's a good one too. And then I got Ajiki saying, working out, watching TV, reading, talking to family in states and my fam in Nigeria and Japan. That's good too. But like everybody just, especially now that we're going to be social distancing, and I'll say this too, and I've said it on my last feed, on my last live stream last night, everyone needs to know that we are stepping towards a situation that we all don't want to do. But it's inevitably going to happen. And it is that the country is going to be in lockdown very soon. If the numbers keep rising, if people keep getting sick, if people keep dying the way it's happening, it is only a matter of time that the entire country will be on lockdown. And if that happens, and when that happens, we will most definitely be under a situation where we can't leave our homes. Like, we can't leave our homes at all, unless for 3 different reasons. Just watch and see what's going on with the other countries. You look at Spain. Spain just did that. Spain just literally locked their entire country down. People can only go out for 3 separate reasons, and actually 4. But one of them is go to the supermarket, go to the doctor, pharmacy, and of course there's a 4th one. I mean, the pharmacy and the doctor are kind of the same thing, but and then the 4th one is if you have elderly, if you're helping the elderly. If you have somebody who's sick, if you have somebody who's sick, you have somebody who is not feeling well, then you're helping them. Those are the only reasons why you'll be able to leave your home. Other than that, we're going to be in lockdown. There's plenty of videos out there right now where people are literally getting arrested because and this is in other countries, where they're getting arrested because they are breaking curfew, So eventually, and yeah, Ajiki, yes, Italy is in lockdown too. Italy is definitely on lockdown as well. We are definitely in a situation where we're in a bad situation. And we're in a situation where the government and the country don't really know, we don't know what to do. The country doesn't know what to do. The government, let's just say that, they don't know what to do. So they're doing everything they can right now, but there's a lot of things that have been put on the wayside because we got at it too late, unfortunately. So apparently, you know, some of the big wigs and the higher ups over in the health department in the World Health Organization have been basically saying that we need to self-quarantine for at least 2 weeks. I have a feeling that this is going to be set in motion within the next few days. That's my personal opinion. That's my assumption. I know people kind of feel some type of way about it. I'm not trying to upset anybody at all, like at all. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all whatsoever. But I do feel like this is something that is going to eventually, the inevitable is here. Where things are about to hit the fan. You know, real talk. It's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But I think that it's a matter of just being safe and being prepared and being ready for whatever is going to happen. You know what I mean? And like a lot of people who have been commenting on both Facebook and on YouTube, it's also a matter of getting yourself ready, and finding routines that you like. You know, I mean, this is a perfect time to get into something new, like yoga, or crochet, or chess, as James said, or art, painting more. This is the perfect opportunity. I feel like this is, in a way, and I know it sucks. Trust me, I know it sucks. Being in lockdown and being socially cut off from the rest of the world, physically, really, really sucks. But this is an opportunity for you guys, for everyone to take some time in for themselves and work on that project that you haven't had an opportunity to work on. Or, you know what I mean? There's so much that you could be doing that maybe you're just avoiding because you haven't had time to do it, you know? Like I said, there are so many choices. There are so many choices that we have that we can use that opportunity to just try things out and see what's good. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to go into a quick commercial break, but you definitely want to sit down and stick around for this one, because when I come back, I'll be sitting down and talking with, I'm still sitting down, but I'll be sitting down and talking with a good friend of mine. He just came back from overseas, from Italy, a country that was quarantined, and I am just interested to see and hear his story about what he had to do to come back, to get back into America, what the screening process was like, and obviously if he has the CV or not, you know? So anyway, we'll be right back. I'll see you guys in a minute. Bye!
You're going to perform tonight?
I can't make this interview boring, because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Image a nation, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby. Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
You're watching Pascal in the Morning. Welcome back.
All right. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, if this is your first time checking out this show, please go click that like button. It would really mean a lot on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Pascal Show. And of course, we have our YouTube channel as well. Go smash that subscribe button. That would really, really mean a lot. We got to get back into this thing. Of course, I had a friend of mine on the show a couple days ago, and I was just interviewing him about what it was like being overseas, being quarantined in Italy itself. And now I have him back on the show. So please welcome my brother. What is good, Jezda? How you doing, my dude? How are you doing?
Good to see you again.
Yeah, great to see you too, man. So I do have to ask you, I mean, like, you know, given the fact that you have been, I mean, one, you were in Italy, right? You were quarantined there. You said you still had the time of your life, which is great, and I'm happy about that. Good job. Congratulations. But what I want to know is, what was the trip like back home?
Well, pretty much from the moment I got up at 4 in the morning, there were snags in travel.
Really?
So I got packed, I left the hotel, and I immediately went to the cab station thinking, okay, just going to hop in a cab, get to the airport. No cabs, because of course nobody's in Venice. I was pretty sure I was the only hotel guest at that Marriott.
Oh, I bet.
Service was extra attentive. I mean, you know, it's always great there, but extra attentive. And so when I got out there, you know, to the station, there were no cabs, and I guess there's no demand. And, you know, public service is still running, but cabs are, of course, privately owned.
Yeah.
So within 5 minutes, I had to figure out how the bus system worked, which bus to catch. So I did a lot of asking around, Googling, looked at signs, got on the right bus, made it to the airport, Marco Polo Airport, and, of course, it was very quiet.
Oh, yeah.
So one thing that they were practicing in Italy is, of course, distance, not just social distancing, but just physical distance. So everybody at the airport was sitting in a different row, even though we were all pretty much waiting at the same 2 gates.
Mm-hmm.
We were all very, very well separated, so people were aware of that situation, so that was nice. I boarded my Air Dolomiti flight. They, all of the air staff had masks and gloves. It seemed like the plane was just recently disinfected. It had that sort of bathroom breath scent.
It had that new plane smell?
Yeah, something like that. And, you know, they suspended all beverage and food service. The staff were very careful about not talking closely. Everybody sat, I mean, there were only probably 15 people on that little plane anyway. So we all each had a separation of about 2 rows each. So we made it to Frankfurt, and then the atmosphere completely changed. So we got off the plane, and we all got put onto the little shuttle bus. And I was like, so at what point are they going to check our temperature, ask us questions?
Yeah.
At least look us in the eye and see if we've got, congestion issues, whatever.
Yeah.
Never did. I got into the Frankfurt airport, and it was a completely different atmosphere because everybody was shoulder to shoulder. You know how airports are usually crowded places. You're neck to neck, elbow to elbow. Frankfurt was like that, as if they were completely unaware. There were some people in masks, but not that many. So I was very puzzled. It just felt like business as usual. There were a lot of people at that airport too. It wasn't very quiet. So I thought that was strange. And then when I went to board my flight, my Lufthansa flight, the lady who checked my boarding pass, she did ask me, so where have you been? And I said, well, and then I listed out 5 cities in Italy.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, and just let me on. So I guess she was looking, maybe, they didn't check my temperature still. And I heard that maybe the Germans don't believe that's an indicator. I'm not familiar with the sign, so I don't know.
Oh, wow.
But they didn't check my temperature, just looked at me visually and let me on.
Wait, I'm sorry.
And the flight
Hold on.
there was...
So you're telling me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you're telling me that they didn't even, they just looked at you and then they just passed you on?
Yeah, I didn't fill out like a help form there, like I did. I filled out 2 forms in Italy. But yeah, in Frankfurt, none of us getting off the flight from Venice had to go through any extra screening whatsoever. It was very strange, and people were constantly standing in my personal bubble that I'd gotten so used to in Italy. I kept grab my bags and moving because it just was driving me nuts.
Wow.
But yeah, there was a completely different lack of alarm.
Wow. So, wow. They just kind of passed. They just kept moving you through. Just kept, just kind of like cattle, a herd of cattle. Just kind of like, all right, come on, let's get through it. Let's go. Get on your plane so you can get home.
And people standing in line to board, they didn't put extra space between each other. Like in Italy, they were like, the security was constantly like, hey, remember, space, back up.
Absolutely, yeah.
In Germany, everyone was just crowding into the gate like it was just a regular day. So that's when I was like, I felt safer in Italy than I did in Germany.
Yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that. So you came back so you flew back into America. You came back into the States. What was that like when you landed?
So my flight had changed. So instead of going straight to Detroit, I went to Chicago. In Chicago, I think Detroit they're one of the 12 airports that all European visitors are being funneled into.
Yeah.
So first thing I did was grab my bags, and second went through the long customs line. And my God, this line was insane.
Yeah, I saw some photos online of just it just looked like just a massive amount of people just standing, just waiting for the time to get through. You know what I mean? It looked insane, and there was no distance between people at all. It seemed like everybody was just scrunched up like sardines.
Yeah, that was concerning. It was even more congested elbow to elbow than it was in Germany. They didn't take extra precautions to maybe add a second row in between the rows of people standing and waiting to get checked in through customs. And then people were still talking loudly. Nobody had masks. Not very many people had masks on. So the attitude in America, at least at the airport, and in Germany was very much the same and very much concerning to me. So I had my documents kind of covering my face, just doing my best to avoid human contact. I made an extra meter of space between the person in front of me, but not much I could do behind me.
Did you not have you didn't have a mask? You didn't bring a mask with you?
No, I didn't have one. I couldn't find one anyway.
Wow.
But the good news is that I have Nexus, which gives you global entry access, and they closed the kiosks for quick global entry customs access, but they did open up a separate line for us, for the few of us who had those special access cards. So I was able to skip through the entire line. What would have been probably a 90-minute to 100-minute wait went down 15 minutes.
Seriously?
So that was really nice. Yeah. They said, everybody, if you've got global entry, Nexus, step aside, let these people through, VIP. So came through and got through right away. Everybody in security was very friendly, very understanding. They were handing out snacks. They were trying to help everybody deal with the situation. I really have to commend our security team and our customs and borders people for being really good about that and handling people very well.
Well, okay. I mean, so did you feel at all like safe at all with the procedures and just traveling back? Do you feel safe?
That was the least safe that I had ever felt on my entire trip, including roaming around Venice. That was by far, being back in America or being in Germany, was far scarier than being all over Italy. That moment, that crowd, I was like, this is the part where I'm going to get something. So at the end of that line, after we went through customs, then they sent those of us who said we were in Europe, Germany, Italy, whatever. I listed France, Germany, and Italy, since I connected through Germany and Italy. I went through a separate line, which was not customs, but CDC. So you had guys and they had masks on. They had those. They look like welding masks. I don't know what the term for it is, but it's a plastic cover that comes over your face.
Right.
And some of them also had full body, like IDEC suits.
Like hazmat.
As well.
Like full-on hazmat suit.
I don't know if they are hazmat, but they definitely had that look. The shoes were covered and everything. And so we went through that. That line was very short. It wasn't an issue at all. So they had these tables lined out. You had to go up to the table, fill out a form. Another form saying where you've been. The form specifically asked for you in this part of China, that part of China. And verbally they asked for you in this European country or were you in Iran. They asked what your symptoms were, if you had any symptoms. They looked you very closely in the eye, checked, just to see if you're having issues. And then they had the hand device where they put it up to your forehead, check your temp.
Okay.
And and so I passed flying colors, and so here I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got to go into a quick commercial break. All right. We got to go into a quick break. But this goes out to everybody out here that's watching and listening and all that. If you have any questions on YouTube or Facebook, please comment down below because I'm sure you guys have some questions. Please get the questions going on right now. I will ask them live in this next segment. So please, he just got back in from being quarantined from Italy. He is back in America as we speak. He had quite the journey back home, but we most definitely would love to hear any questions you might have for Jezda and his experience so far. We're gonna go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. See you guys in a minute. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Image a nation, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Imagination. Image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
All right. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and taking the time. Sorry, I had to fix something. There was something going on, and it was acting really funky on my end. So, hopefully you guys are still here with us and all that. I know that Rochelle just asked on Facebook, are you back in the USA? And of course, he is. He is most definitely back in the USA. The other thing is that she said, I thought they stopped all flights in. Now, of course, that's something I wanted to talk to you about because that's a little bit odd, you know, the fact that Trump said that he was going to stop all flights in and out of America, and then all of a sudden, you're here. So I know we talked about it in the last interview, in the last talk that we had, but I'm quite curious. How did you get back? I thought that he was just going to shut everything off.
Yeah, I did too. And the first thing I did was look at the cost of rent and Airbnb in Italy.
Oh, I bet you did.
A month and work from home. So I was like, well, let's see how much it costs to live by the sea. Not much, by the way.
Good.
But yeah, so that was my first thought. But the night that announcement was made, the next morning I called the embassy, and they clarified, okay, if you're a U.S. citizen, so that's me since 1999, or a green card holder, permanent resident, or an immediate family member of any of those, you're welcome to come over. So tons of flights were canceled, including my original one. But eventually, I was able to come back over because they were still taking Americans back from Europe.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, don't you think that that's a huge... Wouldn't you think that that's a big problem? I mean, for him to sit there, and I'm not trying to say anything. I mean, with all due respect, I'm happy you're back home. I'm happy you're back home in one piece, but wouldn't that be a bad idea to bring somebody who is quarantined in another country to come here with the possibility of spreading whatever you might have? Let's just say that, you know what I mean? You might come back here with that COVID or COVID-19 strand. You might not get the symptoms, but you could easily give this to somebody else. You see what I'm saying? So why would he do that if he's trying to avoid an outbreak?
Yeah, that's a tough balance for anyone, in any kind of civil authority to kind of weigh. Is civil liberties, which we prize and we treasure here in America, obviously, versus the need for security. We went through this during 9/11, I guess. Yeah. It's the closest comparison I can make is how do you balance those two? And I guess the philosophy has always been bring your people home first, above all else. So I think the same, someone can correct me, was the case during 9/11 is that, flights were shut down for a few days, but the first people to be allowed back in were American nationals.
Well, and I get that. That part I get. I get that piece. But if this is somebody who's coming back in, anybody, I'm not talking about you, but any person can come back and suddenly have symptoms or issues because of, say, even just the travel itself is still very dangerous. So you're still traveling, you're still getting contact with somebody, you're still in tight quarters with people, you're still handing out passports, or you know what I mean? There's still physical contact of some sort. So I guess that's something that I've always thought to be a little bit weird for him to say, okay, yeah, it's fine, come on. All Americans can come back, even from countries that are being quarantined and being locked down themselves. But I guess my next question to you is this: now that you're back in town, now that you're back in your home city, back your home, I see the refrigerator in the background. You are home. So I gotta ask, did they say stay home, do not go out?
Yes. So after I spoke with the gentleman at the CDC in the hazmat-looking suit, he handed me a document, a little pamphlet basically, with contact info for each state's health department, what to do, what symptoms to look for, how to behave. It was actually a pretty thorough piece of documentation. I don't know if everybody read it, but I did because I was curious.
Yeah.
And it seemed pretty thorough. And one detail I should add is that for this season, I'm living in Canada, in Windsor. So after I got into Detroit, I had to drive under the tunnel under the Detroit River into Windsor to come home to Canada. Now I'm coming back to the U.S. because who knows whether lockdown situation could. I don't want to get stuck in Canada as much as I like it here.
Oh wow!
But yeah, I had to tell the border agent on the Canadian side where I'd been and what screening that I had gone through, and he gave me a similar piece of information about provincial authorities in case I have symptoms, how I should isolate myself.
Wow. No tests were run then?
No, and he looked at me pretty closely just to make sure that everything seemed okay. But yeah, there was no official screening, at least in the U.S. and Canada. I don't know about coming into the U.S. if they're doing anything, but I know that in the U.S. and Canada, things they seem pretty normal. A friend's daughter is married to a fellow in Canada, and she said that her daughter had no issues going back and forth to see him.
So when you say, sorry, it kind of made me chuckle a little bit because you said he just looked at you closely. Like, what was he? What does that entail? What does that mean? Can you describe that a little bit more?
Yeah, it was just a longer glance than usual as I told him, the countries that I had been in and explained my situation. I think I had gotten him before anyway, as I cross every day for my commute. So I think he remembered me. And of course, they have a log on the Canadian side. I had to fill out an immigration slip telling them that I was going to be here for a couple months.
Yeah.
So they certainly know where I am and what my story is. So I don't know how it is for anybody else. I have a Nexus card too, which again makes it easier to cross back and forth.
Wow, that's wild that it's been kind of easy for you, in a way.
Yeah, the hardest part was coming back from Germany, but otherwise it's been pretty normal. People have asked me how are they enforcing the quarantine, and I say there's only so many resources. You can't put a guy outside of everyone's apartment who's been somewhere. We're a big, vast country with a diverse economy, diverse population. People go places, do things. That's one of our strengths. But it's not possible to really fully enforce that. You just have to trust your fellow American to to try and do their best to do what's intelligent.
Yeah.
With the toilet paper situation, I kind of wonder.
Wow. Well, shoot. So now you're in Canada right now.
Right. Yeah, I'm here in Windsor, Ontario.
And have you seen it? Well, wow, man, that's crazy how quickly you've been moving. Well, I mean, Detroit isn't very far. I mean,
I can see the GM headquarters where I'm sitting.
Right. No kidding. So let me ask you then, as far as Canada, have you seen anything out there? Have you witnessed or seen anything out there so far?
I got in pretty late, so it was quiet anyway. And Windsor's a small town of 250,000 people-ish in the whole metro area.
Yeah.
So I went into my place and I ordered a pizza and locked down immediately. I followed orders and I haven't seen the fresh air outside since I got in last night.
Okay, and you're in Canada for what reason? Why aren't you back in Detroit?
So I moved out of my old place. Roommate sold the house, and so I'm looking at jobs in Phoenix. I don't want to sign a lease, and the places here seem to be cleaner and really cheap for what you get. So out of this metro area, at least, this was a good deal.
Gotcha.
Before of course, I knew that there was going to be a virus outbreak.
Yeah. Well,
that could complicate things.
Because so then let me ask you this then, because as far as like travel, you were just quarantined in Italy. You traveled through many countries to get back home. Then you got back home to Detroit, drove up to Ontario. So I got to ask you, like, how are you keeping clean? How are you keeping safe within all of this travel?
Yeah, so I have been aggressively using my Clorox wipes. I think I wiped down the entire country of Italy during the week I was there.
I believe that.
Like a trail of bleach.
I believe that for sure. I believe that for sure.
And one of the little things I made sure to do is as soon as I walked in, I threw all of my clothes in the wash, ran them on hot cycle, wiped down my laptop, my phone. Every single thing I own has been clean. To make sure that when I leave this place that it's also disinfected and just for the sake of other people, I'm just trying to be cognizant. I feel fine. I feel great. I just worry about other people. Maybe I'm not. Yeah. Maybe I have something. I'm not showing symptoms. I don't know, but you have to be proactive for the sake of other members of society.
Well, given the fact that you are, and we of course all of us appreciate that, of course, but the fact that they've screened you, they've tested you. Some more thoroughly than others. I'll be completely honest on that. I mean, it seems a little. What's the word? It seems a little flimsy. Little loose.
Yes.
Yeah, a little flimsy and loose. The way that some countries or some of the places have been, how they've been screening you or screening people. But given the fact that they have screened you, you've come back with the test being negative and everything, and you're doing everything you need to do to stay clean and stay healthy, which is the main thing that I feel that a lot of people need to start focusing on is the procedure of staying clean, how to stay clean, how to maintain certain things. So I do have to ask you this also. Now that you are social distancing, you are definitely social distancing right now. What are you doing in your free time? Like, what are you doing with your time?
I've caught up on the series Better Call Saul, one of my favorites.
Oh wow! Okay, all right.
I have had Skype, and Facebook group conversations with friends like you and I are now, group chats.
Right on.
So that's been really nice too. I mean, we do that anyway, but it's a little more special now that this is pretty much my only human contact for a while.
Right.
Other than flipping the pizza guy a couple dollars through.
Well, and so well, let me ask you this. I mean, because as far as like food from fast food, food from other places, that kind of thing. I mean, what do you're trusting your fast food restaurants to handle your food and not worry about getting some kind of sickness or strand?
There's always the possibility of something, no matter where you are, what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I do have to trust, the process. I think as long as you're eating foods that have been, the last point of contact is where the concern is. So the person delivering. So as long as the pizza was put in the box when it was hot, and the guy didn't do anything to the pizza while it was in the box on the way here, I feel fine with that.
Okay.
So I mean, life is always going to have some level of risk, but I'm not exceptionally worried about that.
Right. No, and I understand that, Well, my brother, of course, I will most likely be keeping tabs on you, of course. I got a question here, I think. Okay, this is from Rochelle. I've heard people who have, Rochelle from Facebook just asked, I've heard people who have had it may not get sick for 3 to 5 days, but are contagious. Is that true? And how long does quarantined last for you if you do get it? Do you have any, can you answer any of that by any chance?
Yeah, great question. So I know that for the people who do have symptoms, they are being actively watched, depending on who their local authorities are. made sure that they're staying inside and not going anywhere. Like that fellow in St. Louis who got back and then decided to go, took his daughter to a dance, went to coffee shops, just did a lot of irresponsible things.
Yeah.
Not very wise and quite selfish, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, if you don't have symptoms, there's always a possibility you're still carrying. And my quarantine, self-quarantine, is for 14 days. So as far as we know, this could change. As far as we know, as long as you make it past that 2-week point, you should be all right. But if I develop symptoms, yeah, first thing I'm going to do is contact the provincial authorities and make sure that we have to look out not just for each other and ourselves, but just for society at large. So it goes beyond our neighbors because it spreads.
Right.
So it's just got to keep in mind, for the sake of your nation, and whether it's the U.S. or Canada or wherever you happen to live, you really have to think beyond yourself and the immediate people around you.
So one last question. You are self-quarantining yourself. You made that decision yourself. The government did not say, hey, go ahead, go home, but lock yourself up, self-quarantine, self-contain, and self-isolate yourself. This is a decision that you made for yourself.
Well, I did make this decision well, actually, it was going to be 5 days. Then the more we learned about it, you know, the CDC advised 14 days. So our HR department said do 14, work from home. But the CDC also told me, you know, do 14 days and stay home. So it just started to become more of a collective effort as time went on to say, stay home for 2 weeks.
Wow. Oh, boy. Well, my brother, thank you so much for calling in. It
My pleasure.
really means a lot. Of course, you're in Ontario. What the hell? You were just in Italy, then you were in Detroit, and now you're in Canada.
4 countries in one day.
Wow, man. Like, you okay, jet setting up in this piece. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you so much for calling in and all that. And everybody, please stay tuned. We'll be right back. We got more things to discuss. Jesda, thank you. Safe travels. Stay clean out there. Stay healthy, brother. All right? You know, we're all rooting for you. We love you over here and all that. But we're going to go into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Bye!
You're going to perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Image a nation, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
You're watching Pascal in the Morning. Welcome back.
All right. Well, welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It really means a lot. Of course, We are, there's a lot of things going on, guys. You know, my boy Jesda was just, like I said, bouncing around from country to country and all that. So this is insane. It's really crazy what's been going on. There is speculation, or there's talks of Illinois right now as we speak going in shutdown or being locked down. Illinois is about to be locked down, guys. There is a lady in Belleville that has just been diagnosed with the coronavirus, and now there's been talks of other people being in the same vicinity as this woman who has been diagnosed with the coronavirus. And yes, now things are just getting more and more intense and getting more and more crazy. But it looks like Illinois will be on lockdown here very soon. They just said just a few hours ago about saying, hey, we do not want people to be in groups more than 50. So at first it was 250. They didn't want a group of 250 people. Then now it's 50. You see where it's going? The math. We just got to keep doing the math, guys. You know, Ajika, yes, it is terrible news. But this is in Belleville, Illinois. A woman has been diagnosed with the coronavirus. So it is getting more and more real, guys. And of course, this woman was near another woman, or was at a wedding reception, and this woman went to see her relative at a nursing home, and now even that nursing home is starting to quarantine the patients and the people inside of that nursing home as we speak as well. In Freebird, all right, Freebird, Illinois. In Freebird, Illinois. I'm getting all this information off the side right now as we speak. This is breaking news as we speak. There's also some other news, like
the Illinois bar and restaurants are closed for dine-in service through the end of March, starting Monday after business.
So they're going to be, so the Monday, so March.
Starting tomorrow. For business. Illinois is having their bars and restaurants closed for dine-in service through the end of March.
Wow. So you hear right now, guys, bars and restaurants in Illinois are going to be shut down starting tomorrow for dine-in. So I'm assuming if you still want to be able to order things and have them delivered, I'm assuming that they'll be able to do that. But it looks like restaurants and bars, yes, restaurants and bars are going to be shut down Monday in Illinois. So we all have to remember that this is a situation that's very real, very scary. This is going to get crazy. There's going to be a lot of sick people here. This is the reason why I keep saying to everyone, I cannot stress this enough. We need to start washing our hands. We need to start being, like, this is the moment where being a hypochondriac comes in handy, you know? Sanitize, wash your hands, be clean, be smart with the choices that you make, the moves that you make every single day. Make sure those choices are smart, because there are people out here that are getting sick more and more every single day. Illinois is about to be locked down. The state of Illinois is about to be locked down, everybody. That's something to think about. You know, and to think, this is stuff that we could have done. We could have prevented these things a while ago. And the fact that everything's been done so slow and so after the fact, I really do worry about what's going to happen with this country. And like I said, I'm not some political pundit. I'm not some conspiracy theorist. I ain't got time for that. But I do know that what's going on right now could easily have been prevented. But we didn't do anything about it. Or not we, but the government didn't really do anything about it. So, it's some crazy stuff right now, guys. Of course, like I said, I'm doing these feeds and these shows from my own home now because of what's going on. I'm not trying to risk it. I love life way too much to risk it, but I still have this platform and we still got the internets, okay? So we are going to be doing this stuff. We're going to make these things happen. We're going to do what we do every single day. We're going to make people laugh. We're going to make people talk. We're going to get our frustrations out. We're going to have phone calls. We're going to have Skype calls. We're going to have all the stuff that we usually do on the Pascal Show. Nothing's going to stop. All right? I'm here with you guys just as much as you are all here tuning in with me right now as we speak. And I couldn't be more appreciative of every single person that is taking their time watching on both platforms right now. I couldn't express my gratitude enough. But we are going to be okay as long as we keep smart, as long as we play the game right. We got nothing else better to do but to keep pushing forward, keep positive energy in our minds, and being civil out there. We really do need to start being more civil out there. So, I am going to go into a quick break, but I would love to hear from you guys. Keep commenting down below. If you guys have any questions, please ask those questions. I would really appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm trying to keep the communication lines open with everybody. And we're in a place right now, we're in a very scary place right now. We're in a place right now where we don't know what's going to happen. But all I know is that if we keep smart and keep to ourselves, I hate to say that, but if we keep to ourselves and we keep smart, we're going to be okay. We'll be more than okay. And also, for the people who are watching on Facebook and the people that are watching on YouTube right now, thank you so much. I do have a question to ask you. If you do have a friend that's in the medical field or anything of that sort, I've been really wanting to interview and talk to somebody in regards to this virus and what we can do to avoid this from spreading, this from getting worse, the whole nine. So please, if you can message the Pascal Show, that would really mean a lot. Or if you can have them get in contact with me, that would really mean a lot. Like I said, I want to tell the story. I want to get people to hear what's going on instead of being so confused and so in the dark. I feel like a lot of people are in the dark right now. We need to not be in the dark. It's time to start knowing what the hell is going on and being prepared for it. Anyway, I got to go into a quick commercial break. I'll be right back. Promise. I'll be right back. Bye.
You're going to perform tonight? I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Image a nation, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Nowhere will you find more selection, greater style, or a more colorful collection of the finest mink, chinchilla, fox, and sable coats, jackets, wraps, and accessories than the Fur Center. Now until January 7th, save up to 80% off. Stop in today for the best selection.
You're watching Pascal in the Morning. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being a part of the chaos and all of that good stuff. We are, we're here. We're in it together. Today is a Sunday. It's Sunday, y'all, and I'm here doing this damn thing. But I want to keep it light still, keep it fun. We're obviously in a situation right now that is pretty darn scary. We're trying to get through it. All of us are trying to get through it. We're trying not to lose our minds. We're trying to keep our sanity, which is very important. I couldn't express how important that is enough. We are
Smear some peanut butter on the road. What are you talking about?
We are most definitely, sorry about that. We are most definitely in a situation where we need to find some things to laugh at, find some things to be happy about, and there's things going on right now, and I know that there's some videos out there, there's some things, like I said, my show is more than just talking about coronavirus, okay? We do a lot of other things on this show that have, we try to have some fun, all right? There's a lot of other things going on in the world other than just COVID-19. And, like I said, we really do enjoy, why am I saying we? There's nobody in here except me. There used to be people on my show, but now everyone's self-quarantined. And of course, that's one thing that I want to say, that we're going to have a lot of people that are going to be tuning in, that are going to be Skyping in and all that, and having friends on the show, or, my panelists and my co-hosts that are on the show, I'll have a lot of them, Skyping in and being a part of the show. And like I said, the show is not going to stop. We're going to keep doing what we do. You know what I mean? And James on YouTube said, everyone will be up to speed by April. And I agree. I really do think that we're going to be okay. We might have a weird, quiet March, but it's just 2 weeks. It's just about 2 weeks. We're going to be okay. We're going to be more than okay, guys. This is a piece of cake. This ain't nothing. We just need to get through 2 weeks of crazy. And I'm sure that there are going to be plenty of people out there that are going to be losing their minds. But if everyone else keeps sane and keeps smart and keeps safe, we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this without any problems whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to say that too. I mean, it's very important that people realize that if you stocked up on food, you got enough TP and toilet paper and paper towels, you're going to be okay. This might be an opportunity to learn how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Do some inside, some work on the inward. You know what I mean? More meditation, more of a time to get in touch with your spiritual side. read a book. There are so many things that you could be doing with this time than theorizing. Because theorizing is only going to make you go crazy. You know? That's what I personally think. So James on YouTube said, yesterday a friend called to say thanks for telling him to avoid a long trip to school, school reunion. Wow, I can't even talk right now, sorry. But yes, you know what I mean? This is the time where traveling might not be the best idea. And I understand that, that's another thing. I understand that there's a lot of people out there that are thinking, ooh, tickets are like $100. You know, flying from LA to wherever, or New York to Miami is only, $90. This is insane. This is not maybe buy tickets for the future, but this is not the time to travel. In my personal opinion, this is not the time to travel unless you really want to get in some serious trouble, you know? Wow. So, Ajiki, where I do want to ask you on YouTube, Ajiki, where are you commenting from? Where are you from? I'm wondering, because she just said they've been doing that, a lot of crazy driving to out here exactly. So I would love to know where you are actually at right now. And then Tiffany on Facebook said quarantine is typically 14 days. And that is true. You know, it is really 14 days. It's going to be 2 weeks. But if we are all being quarantined, we're going to be okay. If we all quarantine ourselves and get smart with this and not think that we're all like cowboys, we're going to be all right. You know? And she's typing in, Ajiki on YouTube just is typing in from St. Charles, Missouri. So, yes, please be safe out there for sure. Now, Illinois looks like they're going to be doing their lockdown. They're going to be shutting down Illinois, guys. That's big. And remember, one of the biggest international airports is where? Chicago. So think about it. All those international flights that are coming in and out. That's insane, right? So Illinois now is shutting down. Belleville just found their first, just got their first person contracting the COVID-19. So it's only a matter of time that they're going to shut down the entire state. They've already been in talks of it. Now they're sitting there saying that they don't want people past 50. They don't want people around groups larger than 50. That is huge. That is huge, guys. You know? Just, I know people keep saying that I'm doing this conspiracy theory, but this is not conspiracies. This is all facts. And if you look at how other countries have been doing it, and you've been watching how the other countries keep shutting things down, you do the math, this is only a matter of time that's going to be happening here on American soil. And we just got to be smart with it. Only thing is that, Ajiki, you're very welcome, but the only thing is that we Americans are crazy. Europeans are a little bit different. They're bred a little bit different than Americans. That's why I keep saying what I'm saying, because I'm very nervous about Americans and how they react to being self-quarantined for 14 days. Some of y'all will be able to take this with ease, and some of y'all will not. And that's the one thing that I'm very concerned about. Unfortunately. And yes, Rhoda, what's up? How you doing, sweetheart? What's good? Yes, it is messing up a lot of people's money. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are going to be really messed up with their money. There's a lot of people that are very upset about money right now. And I got to be real. Yeah, everyone has a right to be mad about this money situation. And I don't know, I don't have an answer for you. You know, the only thing I can sit here and say is hold tight to your cash, y'all. Hold tight to that money. Hold on to that bag. Secure that bag to the umpteenth degree. Because we don't know how long this is going to be for, y'all. We don't. You know? And that's true. But we can't play about our health. That is facts. Facts. You know what I'm saying? We need to secure the bag that we already have, and start being smart with what we do next. Stop buying all the toilet paper in the world, y'all. Stop. We need to start being smart about this and go towards things that are going to be what we need. Spend money on the things that we need, not the things that we don't need. That's a waste of time. Huge waste of time. Okay? And, I'm worried about other places, like restaurants and so on and so forth. Just like I just said before the break, Illinois, all bars and restaurants are now not allowed to have patrons inside. So you can't even dine in to your favorite bar, restaurant, nothing. You cannot go there anymore. Like I said, they're slowly making that step towards shutting things down in Illinois. The lockdown is going to happen in Illinois. Just a heads up, y'all. Tiffany just said Tiffany just said on Facebook, healthcare workers such as myself, unfortunately, may not be able to quarantine ourselves. See, now, this is a question I'd like to ask you, Tiffany. So, first off, thank you so much for being in this field, and thank you so much for what you're doing for people right now. But what are you doing for yourself so that you don't contract the virus from helping other people? I would love to know. So please comment down below and let me know, because for anybody who's a nurse, doctors, shoot, everybody who's in the service industry or the healthcare industry, I'm just curious, how are they going to be able to take care of themselves with, while trying to help other people who are sick without getting sick themselves? So if you can comment down below, I'd really appreciate it. Rhoda said schools already closing in Illinois. Yeah, they've been closed. Illinois has been closed. I think the only thing, like in New York right now, the governor of New York is not closing the schools right now. I don't know why. It's crazy for him to keep schools functioning when there are countless people in New York that are contracting the virus as well. Makes you wonder why they're doing that, And yeah, on YouTube, Ajiki said, exactly, get what you need. Very true. Don't overspend, save that money. One thing that's really great about this situation, is that a lot of the power, water, like electric power, all the essentials that you need are now starting to shut things off. As far as they're leaving things on, and then they're leaving it on for 90 days, rather than charging everybody an arm and a leg while we're all struggling. We're all trying to save money. So I've been very appreciative about that. I haven't heard anything about cable yet, which I have a little bit of a gripe towards about, because let's be real, we all want to save our money. Even the cable companies, we still want to catch up on our stories. You know what I'm saying? We still want to see our stories, man. So I'm interested to see when the cable companies actually fall in suit and actually say, hey, yes, we're going to help everybody out. But on Facebook, Tiffany said, we're doing what we have always done. Personal protective equipment, disinfecting surfaces, and great hand hygiene. Okay. And Tiffany, I have to salute you. Thank you so much for what you're doing, because you and a lot of people that are in the healthcare industry are very brave right now, because this is a scary time. Even myself, it's like you see somebody cough or sneeze, I'm just giving them that look like, you sure about that? Like, you good? I'm about to spray their face with Lysol, like real talk, So I'm sure I'm not the only one in this room saying this right now. or in this chat, all right? But anyway, everyone needs to be safe out there. I did have a conversation with somebody who is a specialist in infectious diseases, all right? He is a doctor, a specialist, a reliable source. And I did talk about this in yesterday's feed, in yesterday's show, but honestly, I asked him, are we in trouble? And he said, oh yes, most definitely. We are very much in trouble. And it's only because we are not prepared. We are not stocked up. We are not prepared. And we really need to start playing smart. It's a very unfortunate situation that we're in, y'all. We can do better than this. And I look at this as I kind of look at this as a blessing in a weird way. Because I'm hoping that this wakes up this country in being able to start manufacturing our own stuff. Being able to have the things at our fingertips rather than having things that are going and being built outside of this country. Now, I am not at all trying to get super political here, not at all. And you know, I'm a hardcore Democrat, okay? But I do feel that something like this wakes us up to a certain extent where it's like, this is a wake-up call. If we get through this, when we get through this, this is going to be one of the biggest wake-up calls that we've ever had. And we need to be more prepared. We need to be more prepared. Because once we get through this, there will be another one. It may not be in this lifetime, but it will be in our children's lifetime or our grandkids' lifetime. There will be another one. So we need to be prepared. Absolutely. 110% we need to be prepared. And that's true, Ajiki. We, on YouTube, she just said, we depend on China for a lot of things. Yeah, most definitely. But we need to now start finding ways to build things here. We need to start building factories here. We need to start manufacturing our own stuff, which I know I understand. Don't get me wrong. It's so dope when you get to go on Wish.com and you get to buy all that stuff on the cheap because it's coming in from China and all that. Well, we just need to start having our own Wish.coms here. We need to start having stuff that's being manufactured here in America and only in America. Unfortunately, labor and all that stuff becomes very, very expensive. Hence the reason why we go. Hence the reason why the country goes and seeks overseas factories and manufacturers. But now we're in a situation where a lot of things that we depend on, shoot, even this phone right here is dependent on a factory in China or a factory elsewhere. This situation is a big, huge wake-up call. And we need to be smarter. And we need, I hate to go political right now, but I'm going to. We need a president that's going to realize that. Whether it's Trump or not. But we need somebody who's going to realize that we need to bring all of it here. We need to have our own thing. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is we are in a place right now where I feel like it's like, man, we are in just a very messed up situation. You know? It's like you got that person that's borrowing the car and living under somebody else's roof and is doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, what happens if that person that was lending the car and lending the roof over their head leaves, or you break up with the dude or something like that. Next thing you know, you ain't got your own car, you ain't got your own money. You're just sitting there going, oh my God, this is literally what's going on with America right now. We're in that situation where we're like, oh man, we had all these things that we depended on elsewhere, and now that stuff is being shut down. What are we gonna do? So this whole situation absolutely is a huge wake-up call for us. Tiffany on Facebook says, drink plenty of water, and I couldn't agree more. All right? We need to start being super healthy. Man, I expect everybody up in this piece to come through after these 2 weeks of isolation, or 4 weeks of isolation, coming out with 6-packs, y'all, and flexible as all hell. Man, I'm telling you, I'm expecting Jean-Claude Van Damme splits. All right? That's it. That's all I expect from now on. From now on, y'all. All right? Oh man. James said high density creates breeding grounds for disease. That's absolutely true. I mean, yeah, we are, the whole world apparently is overpopulated and all that, but this is not how we do it. This is not how we leave the planet. This is not how we go out. You know what I mean? We need to be smart with this stuff. You know, we need to be smart. So frustrating, y'all. I want everyone to be safe, and I want us to survive. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I love people, and I love being out, and I love hanging out. I don't want to be self-quarantined, but I understand this is kind of unfortunately what needs to be done. Most definitely. You know? Jester just said, I'm going to emerge fatter and slower than ever. You know what? Hey, if that's the lane you want to go down, bruh, then enjoy your shelf, okay? But I will say this. I'm coming out looking svelte, okay? Looking clean. Bra-ka-ka-ka-cow. Watch. Watch. I will be Jean-Claude Van Damme up in this piece. Just be prepared. Don't be surprised. If you're like, whoa, what happened to you, Pascal? It's like, oh yeah, you know, self-quarantined, you know, did a couple crunches. Anyway. Tiffany on Facebook says, everyone's buying all the toilet paper, but nothing for immunity support or treatment of symptoms in the event that the virus strikes close to home, like Tylenol, Motrin, Mucinex, just to name a few. That's absolutely right. Stock up on your over-the-counter household medication. You know, get your aspirin, get your ibuprofens, get your Motrin, get your Mucinex, get your Dayquil, get your NyQuil, get your Vicks Vapor Rub. I mean, like, hook it up. Get your Halls, you know what I'm saying? Or your Ricola. Get it all. All that stuff. Get all of that stuff. I ain't messing around. In fact, that makes me think of something else. That reminds me of something, which I'm going to play because this is the time. This is the time of it. You know what I mean? Might as well have some fun with it and have a little bit of a laugh, have a little bit of a chuckle, you know? All right. Might as well have some fun with it. So, anyway, I know there's a lot of people that are tuning in for the first time and all that and checking all this stuff out. And like I said, I will be doing these shows a lot. I will be back up tomorrow at 9 a.m., 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. straight through, Monday through Friday. We will be interviewing, doing some more interviews, doing more stuff. I'll be doing skits, the whole nine. Like, I'm not stopping. This train don't stop. I'm telling you, we ain't stopping up in this piece. I ain't got time for it. You know what I mean? We all love what we do, and I love what I do. And I'm a workaholic, and staying in one spot and not being able to work would drive me absolutely nuts. So here's a little something kind of perfect timing for this. So, anyway, if you like it, let me know. And if you already seen it, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to endure it again. I am so sorry. But this is kind of fitting with everything that's going on right now as we speak. So, here it is. Enjoy.
Beautiful beef, Skittles. I got a bad cough, got the chills. I'll tell you how I'm feeling. Feeling sick as hell. Bad cough, got the chills. I'll tell you how I'm feeling. Feeling sick as hell. Aren't you tired of this flu-ish? Had to call in to work, my body ain't moving. Ooh, Lord, I'm feeling real sick. Teddy bear, need a prayer. Where did I put the Vicks? Look at my puffy eyes. I'm cold, but my temperature's really high. So sick, I feel like I'm gonna die. I know I'm being extra, but I'm a guy. Don't wanna feel sick anymore. My last cough drop fell on the floor. I got a bad cough, got the chills. I tell you how I'm feeling. Feeling sick as hell. Bad cough, got the chills. I tell you how I'm feeling. Feeling sick as hell. Feeling sick as hell. Tell you how I'm feeling. Feeling sick as hell. Anybody got some tussle? They don't wanna feel sick anymore. My last cough drop fell on the floor. I got a bad cough, got the chills. I tell you how I'm feeling. Feeling sick as hell. Bad cough, got the chills. I tell you how I'm feeling. Feeling sick as hell. Bad cough, got the chills. I tell you how I'm feeling. Feeling sick as hell. Bad cough, got the chills. I tell you how I'm feeling. Feeling sick as hell. NyQuil, Vicks Vapor Rub, man, even a Halls will do right now. How about some Ricola? Nobody? Dang. All right then, I'm just gonna curl into a ball and keep sipping on my mother's homemade chicken noodle soup and just die. Stay there. Yes.
All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. Little crazy stuff. Had to do a little bit of something there. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I said, you know, there's going to be stuff like this going on the show all the time. We're going to be playing games. We're going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff, having a good, grand old time. You know, we're going to laugh. We're going to talk about things. We're going to keep the discussions rolling and all that because we do have a lot of things to talk about. And there's a lot of time that we're going to be having on our hands. You know what I'm saying? So if you are feeling like that, feeling sick as hell, please go find your local physician or look up the CDC, check the symptoms that you're having, make sure that you are having those actual symptoms so that you can find the right place to go and get tested. I can't express that enough, okay? We all need to be very, very safe out there. And we need to keep clean. We need to keep healthy and clean. So fresh is so clean, clean. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I have to say, I gotta get going, but we will be doing some more of these videos and, whoa, okay. Somebody's name on YouTube is Cocaine on Wood Grain. I appreciate the good-ish, homie. I appreciate it. I really do. I really, really do. But we will be doing a show tomorrow at 9 a.m. I know there's a lot of people that are going to be chilling at home, chilling in the cut, not doing a damn thing. So please tune in. We're going to be doing games. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff where I'm going to need you guys. I'm going to need y'all in the mix with me. We got to have some fun today. We got to have some moments to laugh and talk about things. Yes, we're going to be serious. We're going to have fun. We're going to be seriously funny. We're going to be funny and serious. It's going to be a crazy time, okay? So be sure to tune in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. right here on The Pascal Show. And like I said, if you've just stumbled upon this show and have seen and are watching this for the very first time, I cannot stress enough, please go click that like button on our Facebook feed if you're watching on our Facebook feed right now. And of course, if you are watching on our YouTube channel, like I said, I am trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. All right, I know that's a lot to ask for. I know. Trust me, I know. But if you can go, crush that subscribe button on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Pascal Show. That's where I'm mainly trying to do a lot of my stuff over at. Yes, I'm doing my stuff here on the Facebook page and the Facebook feed as well for all y'all that are watching on here. But at the same time, I'm trying to click and drag everybody over to that page because that's where all the craziness goes down, all right? I am putting things on Facebook, of course, but like I said, you know, I'm pushing a lot of my content and a lot of the discussions over to our YouTube channel. So go subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Pascal Show. PASCAL. Go subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000. If I can get to 5,000 in a very short time, I will be so bloody happy. You have no idea. That's what I'm working on right now. I'm just trying to get to the hump. I'm just trying to get to the top of the hump. 5,000. Just 5,000. We're trying to get to the midway. Meet me halfway. Crush that subscribe button, okay? Tell your people, tell your friends, the whole nine. Cocaine on the wood grain, thank you for subbing. I appreciate you being a subber, y'all. Yes, thank you. But like I said, we'll be doing this tomorrow. There's a pop quiz hot shot with an opportunity to win some things. We're gonna have some fun. If you guys have Skype and all that, be sure to get your Skype up and ready if you're down to play, because we are going to play some games, man. We are going to get crazy. We're going to talk about information. We're going to be doing what we do like we always do on the Pascal Show, which is have some fun and educate. And you know what? Blow off some bloody steam, because right now, these are some crazy times. And if you haven't done it yet and you're watching this on the YouTube feed, please go click that give this feed a like. That would mean a lot to me. Go and click, clickety clackety click on that, and of course subscribe. All right, anyway, share this feed if you can. There's some information in here, some really important information in here in regards to what's going on with the world and how the world is going crazy and how things are getting shut down and locked down. So definitely please go and share it with your people and all that. And like I say, always be clean, always be healthy. Try to find ways to keep your mind healthy as well. If you can, do as much as you can to find sanity, all right? To find the sanity right now, okay? But anyway, I gotta get going. And like I said, if you're watching on YouTube, click that like button on the feed. If you're enjoying this and all that, that would mean a lot. Keep the comments going. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And it will be tomorrow live, 9 a.m. on Monday, 9 a.m. on the dot. So be sure to tune in. Anyway, much love to you guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay healthy out, guys. Stay healthy out there, guys. Much love to you guys. Bye!
You're gonna perform tonight. I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is gonna leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.